Even if you have an organization and you set big goals, in the end, it's people who achieve them because they need to do the work to get there. But they can only achieve goals, small and big milestones, when they take the right actions. And to take the right actions, they need to have the right thoughts, so they need to have the right emotions. If you are leading and growing a team or an entire business and you want to learn how you can improve quality and productivity, speed up growth without increasing stress and workload for you and for your team, this channel is your place to go. Before you dive into today's topics, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel below. It will help me to provide more valuable information for you for free now and in the future. Thanks for your support. 5 years ago, my weakest point was actually emotional intelligence. Honestly, I had no idea what that is. I wasn't even aware of what emotions are because I was a leader. I was the boss of like 43 people, and I always had to set direction and tell the team what they need to do in order to achieve our goals, or not, because emotional intelligence is a very important leadership soft skill that helps your team feel recognized about what they are, humans, and then achieve their goal a lot easier because they know that their boss is not against them, but with them, and that these people are understood as what they are, humans. So that was an important learning, and I want you to understand how emotional intelligence works, because honestly, a lot of people told me you need to be more emotionally intelligent, and I was always, what do you want from me? What's that? I have no idea what you're talking about. That's like telling a blind person, you just have to read. It doesn't work. And if I wasn't able to feel my emotions, and most leaders that are constantly under stress don't feel that stress, they don't feel their emotions. And if you are constantly under stress, then it's hard to like feel inside what's going on there. And now I know that what we feel drives our actions. And even worse, when you're constantly feeling frustrated, anxious, sad, then this leads to related thoughts. And if you have these anxious thoughts, like you're constantly thinking about what can go wrong, or who can fool you, or how bad other people are, or what can go wrong in the business or in life, then these thoughts typically become your words. And how do you lead? With words, right? So you won't be able to lead people towards positive results if you cannot use positive words. And you cannot use positive words if you feel negative emotions. So that is an important thing. I realize that being aware of your emotions and of my emotions is the first step to lead other people better, and then understand their own emotions, which is another integral part of emotional intelligence. And that's the second thing, understanding and recognizing other people for their emotions, which was also a very tough thing for me because I could never understand when people complain all the time why that happens. And today I know, because they just don't feel good. They feel anxious, afraid, or there are tons of emotions. I don't even know them all yet, but I learned that there are a lot of them that typically drive the thoughts and the actions of people. So when people constantly feel negative emotions, they have negative thoughts, and that leads to more negative emotions. And that's like a hamster wheel of negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative words, negative actions. Even if you have an organization and you set big goals, in the end, it's people who achieve them because they need to do the work to get there. But they can only achieve goals, small and big milestones, when they take the right actions. And to take the right actions, they need to have the right thoughts, so they need to have the right emotions. And when people come to their boss, like 5 years ago, when people came to me and they complained about something, I never had an understanding for their problems. I always asked them for the solution. And that's what people don't want to hear when they feel overwhelmed with so many problems. And maybe they don't even have the right skills. They need better training to be able to deal with these difficult situations. Now I know that the least thing they need is a person just asking them for a solution. So if this is you, then chances are much higher that you achieve your goal when you first show understanding. Show understanding that You understand how they feel with all these problems, that they feel overwhelmed. And it's okay, because you cannot do anything about it. If you tell them, don't feel overwhelmed, just find a solution, then they just feel more overwhelmed because it doesn't work. They don't find a solution that makes them feel even more overwhelmed. So first, appreciating them or understanding and recognizing them for their emotions and for coming to you with a problem, that's the first step, right? Then they feel heard, they feel understood, and they feel that they have me on their side instead of me against them. And from this point, now you can start leading them towards a solution with questions. And since I try to do that, because I'm more aware of my own emotions and how I can handle them and not just react to them and then ask other people to behave in the same way. Now, if I understand other people and how they feel, it's a lot easier to help them achieve their goals, which is aligned with my goals, and that makes the entire organization a lot more successful. Understanding that is one of the most important leadership skills ever. I know that now. I didn't know that 5 years ago. And that's why my team is a lot more relaxed. I'm a lot more relaxed. We are a lot more successful. And building business and leading an organization is actually fun. While back in these days with 43 employees, I was stressed. Everyone was stressed. We had no emotional intelligence. We were just running, like in a hamster wheel, constantly being stressed without knowing what happens and what goes wrong and what we should do to do it right and to get people back to normal, calm, making smart decisions instead of just being under stress and trying to make any decision just to move on, no matter if the decision is the right one or not. So this really changed the game for me. And now, as you know how these things relate to each other, you have the knowledge, which is the first step to change it. So take action and try just to reflect on why you behave like you behave. And maybe the feelings, listen to them. And then you can manage them. And then you can manage your actions, which is a much smarter way and a much more successful way than just being reactive to your emotions. I think that's what is called emotional intelligence. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to move to the next step, you can start with the resources I linked below this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like it below and share it. It will help to support this channel and create more helpful content for you regularly and make our digital work world a better place. Cheers and see you soon.